Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today we are going to study how Python rules the world. So stay tuned up to the last so that you can know the secret how Python rules the world. So let's start how Python have been evolved. So first of all, I want to teach how programming language came into the picture and how it have been evolved. So before that, let's take a 4 to 5 minutes to understand how languages how normal verbal languages are correlated with programming languages and how it have been developed. So I think everyone knows about that. Languages have been developed from ancient time. In starting, people are using sign language. From that, things are named. Means if people have put kept a name for all the objects. So after that, what happened? So people call the all object by name. Then suddenly the lots of verbal languages have been started. Means in a different region, different verbal languages came into the picture. So after that, what happened, lots of rules and regulation also came for the languages. So by the time once industrial revolution 1 came into the picture around 1870s to 1900, sorry, 1780s to 1870s to 1914. And during that, steam engine have been evolved, and production of iron have been developed. So after that, revolution came in the second generation. Again, IC engine came into the picture. Then after that, computers came in third generation. Computers have been developed. In that period, lots of programming language have been developed. Means how they have evolved, how programming languages are correlated with normal programming languages. So we will see in later. So you can see how things have been developed in the programming languages. First generation of the language are machine language. In the starting of 1940 to 50s, first generation machine languages were there. Means what was there? There each and every have been every instruction have been decoded into binary code. Means every instruction have been coded into 0 and 1 format. And later, means it is highly, you can say, machine friendly, but and it's totally dependent on the machine. And after that, uh, because it's totally dependent on the machine, again it's not, it can't be used widely. So later, second generation means, you can say, assembly language came into the picture. What was the assembly language? You can say mnemonics came into the picture. Means instruction have been given by, you can say, graphical or by words, just like move, add, like that instruction have been given. And it is also uh, real little bit highly near to the machine code only. And so that's why it is also again fast language. And after that, in the third generation, high level language came into the picture. In the high level, so first of all, machine language and assembly language are called low level language. And apart from that, each and every language, whatever languages we are studying till now, those are called high level language. Okay, so all of the level languages whatever we have, that requires some of the, you can say, interpreter or communicator between level language to machine language. Okay, so in the high level language, lots C programming, Java, Python, C++ came into the picture. Then problem oriented language, some of the problem oriented languages came into the picture, that is SQL, MATLAB. And later, nowadays, you can say AI based languages are there, just like Python and Prolog. So in this way, languages have been evolved. And you can say, from the starting, in starting, Fortran was the first, you can say, considered as a first language. And after that, C came into the picture around, C came into the picture. Then like that things have been developed. So how, let me show you how have been languages have been evolved. So what is currently famous languages are there: C programming, C++, Python, and Java. And for your information, let me tell you, around 8,000 plus languages are there in the market. In 8,000 plus languages, around 50 to 70 languages are programming languages are useful. Means lots of people are using. And If you want to know how many languages are verbal languages are there, it's around 700 plus languages are there. Normal verbal languages are there in the market. Okay, so how it have been developed in 1972 with the help of Dennis Ritchie have developed the C programming languages. And C programming language is highly used in system development means operating system development. So whatever you are seeing, Windows, Linux, Unix, Mac, whatever operating system is there, in every system it is developed with the help of C programming. Nowadays, yes, I can understand C along with lots of other programming languages are also used, just like C++ also. But yes, because to make it very faster, C programming have been used in the today's operating system. Okay, so after that in 1983, C++ came into the picture, because in the C it is totally procedural programming language. So there is a three or four, you can say, type of paradigm is there in programming language. What is the paradigm is how you are writing the programming, what are the concept, or what are the, you can say, flow of the programming. Okay, according to that, there are multiple way we can write it, just like procedural programming language, just like C is a procedural programming. And next one is object oriented programming languages, those are C++, Java, Python. And next one is interpreted language, that is Python again. And functional programming language, just like again Python is a functional programming language, and Lisp also functional programming languages. Okay, so these are the things, paradigms for the programming languages. In this way, things have been developed, just like in C++, it is object oriented. In C programming, there was no object oriented programming. And in the C++ programming, object oriented programming languages concept came into the picture. And after the C++, you can say in the Python, it have been again updated with the help of interpreter. Means what was there? There are two things in the computer system. Whenever we are running any particular programming code, so at that time two, you can say, instruments are there, just like compiler and interpreter. What is the difference between compiler and interpreter? Whenever we are writing the code, so entire code is converted into a little bit, you can say, near to machine code, that will be converted with the help of compiler. Means it will read all the programming code. Means each and every line of the code will be read, and it will be converted to another format. Okay, that is, you can say, compiler. That is the use of compiler. But what happened in interpreter? Interpreter works in different way. Interpreter will try to do in such a way, it will read line by line, not entire code. It will read line by line. It will read first line, then it will convert into another, miss, you can say, byte code. And after byte code, it will again generate to the executable code. Okay, so like that interpreter works, line by line, line by line, line by line. But what happened in compiler? Compiler will read all the code, and it will convert into byte code, then again executable code. Like that, a compiler and interpreter are different. So in the Python, we have an interpreter. It will read the program line by line, and which have been developed around 1989. But yes, you can say it is totally came into the market in 1991. And first version Python 1 was released around 1993. And second version Python 2 second version was developed around 1996. And Python 3.0 was developed around 2006. And yes, Python 3.10 was 3 Python 3 version is going on currently. In the Python 3 version, currently we are using 3.14. So recently 3.14 have been released, just like around 7th October 2025. Python 3.14 have been released. So yeah, like that things are have been developed. And last one is Java programming. So in the Java program, what is there? It is, you can say, mix of both concept. It uses compiler also along with interpreter also. That's why Java is, you can say, it is system independent. Means you can write the code in one place, and you can run the code on different place. So it is totally system independent, and it have been developed around 1995. Okay, So this is all about how famous programming languages have been developed, and what are the how it works, means what are the concepts behind that. So we have seen. So let's see how these four programming languages works. So you can see C is totally compiler based. So once you have written the code, you will have the C file, and that particular C file will be converted with the help of compiler into machine code. And with miss dot C file will be converted with the help of compiler machine code, and in the end I will get the result. But what happened in C++, how it works? First, source code will be compiled with the help of compiler into object code, because C++ is object oriented programming language. So it will it will convert into object code. Then one linker will be there that will convert our object code to the executable programs. So in such a way, C++ programming works. And next one, Java code used as a Java virtual machine. So as I told, it use both interpreter and compiler both. So first, source code means Java file will be converted in converted to the bytecode with the help of compiler. Once it have been compiled, so bytecode will be again passed to Java virtual machine. That is, you can say again, that will be interpreted. Means it will be read line by line, and it will generate the output. Like that, it have the difference between as compared to others. Okay, and last one is Python is totally it is interpreter based. Just like we are passing the source code, our .py file or .ipynb file, so it will convert into bytecode with the help with the help of interpreter. So it will be converted into .pyc, and after that it will with the help of Python virtual machine, it will generate the output. Like that, these all four programming languages works. So now we will move for the how Python have been evolved. So I have already told how in 1989 it was developed by Guido and Rezum, and Python 1 version came into 1993, and then 2 came into 1996, then 3. So like that have been solved. So, and we will see what are the features Python have. We will see in the next slide. Just like, yeah, now you can see what are the features Python have. Why I'm going to prove key, hey, now Python is very important as compared to other languages. Yes, up to the last we will able to prove it. So what is why Python is important, and what are the features Python have? So first of all, Python is easy to write, easy to read, easy to understand. Okay, so it is, yes, and it use interpreter to execute it. And yes, most important features is it is dynamically typed language. It is dynamically typed language. So this is important features. What is the meaning of dynamically typed language? So it is in dynamic nature, just like in Java and C++. What happened, whenever you are going to write the code, whenever you are going to define any particular variable, first you have to define the, hey, what type of data you are going to use, what is the data type for that particular variable. Okay, means for that particular variable, which type of data you are going to use, you have to define first. You have to predefine. If you are not defining first, it will give you error. So what happened in the Python, it is dynamically typed, means it is not required to define any particular data type for any particular variable. So it uses that, it is in dynamic nature. Once you are going to use it, once you are going to use it, the Python is, once you are going to run the code, whatever variable you have defined, at that time only it will accept it, it will try to find out, hey, which type of data it is. According to that, it will adjust to itself. Okay, so yes, at that time only it will try to understand what type of data it is. Yes, someone is asking question. Yes, Vivek, you can ask what questions you have. Whole thing. Okay, let me explain the features of the Python again. So Python is, you can say, it is easy to write. It's in human language. It's a human friendly. You can say most of the word and keywords, variable name and function, whatever libraries are there, each and everything you will see, it is written in English word only. So that's why it is easy to understand, it is readable, and you can say it's easy to write. And yes, apart from this, two important feature Python have, that is dynamically typed, and another one is it have a support of automatic garbage collection. Okay, these two important features. What is the meaning of dynamically typed language? Means in other programming language it requires to predefine the data type for that particular variable, means variable declaration you can say. But in the Python it is not required, no need to predefine what type of data I'm going to store into that particular variable. So in the Python, just like if I want to store, yes, I will come to garbage collection, don't worry. So that is dynamically typed language. So what is garbage collection? So Python have a support of automatic garbage collection. So what do you mean by garbage collection? You can understand, garbage means whatever unwanted or wastage we have, we are want to put into the you can say dustbin. So like that Python also works in such a way. Whatever functions is not in run, means whatever function is not in use, whatever variable is not in use for a longer period of time, for a certain period of time, if I'm not looking that hey, this particular code is not running, this particular function is not running, this particular variable is not running, it is not in the use, at that time what function will do, what kernel of the function will do, it will free that particular memory for that particular variable, and for that particular function it will free up that particular memory, so that that particular memory will be utilized by another function or another code or another whatever. So that is called automatic garbage collection. Once again, whatever memory is not in use for any particular function or variable, that will be freed up by the Python kernel, so that other function or another program can utilize that particular memory. That is automatic garbage collection. I hope it is clear where it is located in the memory. RAM. Okay, so yeah. Oh, what are the other important features Python have? Those are just like it have a extensive support for all the library, means which is used in AI, just like the AI data science and other also, means for web development also. So dynamic, it will be stored in dynamic. So yes, next one is it have a support for it is Python is object oriented programming also. It is it have a support of procedural also. It is functional programming. It have a all features. It supports all paradigm. Okay, and it have a wide open source support for any type of library or for any type of work in the Python. Okay, and yes, it have extensive support for language integration, just like if you want to use C or C++ or Java, you can integrate with that also. So yeah, in the last, yes, obviously nowadays in everywhere you can see, for the web development, for the testing purpose, for the machine learning, AI, deep learning, whatever data science are there, means most of the field of the computer science, everywhere Python is there. Now we have that much versatile support for the Python. Okay, so wait. Now we will see core component of the programming languages. Before that, I want to tell you ki, hey, how normal verbal languages, or you can say communication languages, are correlated with programming languages. So before studying ki, hey, what are the components of any programming languages? So before that, I want to correlate ki, hey, how our normal verbal languages are correlated with the programming language. Just like in the verbal languages, what are the parts are there? Phonology means sounds, means how any particular word will be sounds, will be you can say pronunciated or will be called. So that is again, it is similar to syntax, how each and every word will be defined, how tokens, keywords will be defined. Like that, my morphology means how each and every word will be defined. Phonology means sounds, Morphology means how each and every word will be structured or defined. So in our normal verbal languages. Wait, just a second. Some okay. We have no issue. So and yeah, morphology means how any particular word will be defined or how we can structure our word. Okay, so obviously for that also we have the rules. Like that in the programming languages we have a data types, means how any particular data will be stored or how any particular data will be you can say defined. Okay, so fine. So okay, okay, let's focus on the class. So next one, next is in the verbal languages. What are the things are syntax? Means now I am able to understand audio, sound. Now I am able to understand how word will be defined. Now we will see hey what syntax means how sentence will be structured. Each and every word should come on where. First, what should come. Second, what will come. Just like in this verbal language, also we have studied grammar. In the grammar parts of speech and tenses we have studied. Again, you can say syntax is just like a rule and regulation to write these sentences. That is, you can say grammar. Means in the grammar only we have studied tenses and sentence. Tense will tell you about ki, hey, that particular event is happening in past, present, or future, and the parts of speech will tell you mostly about that particular word which you are going to use. Means it is a what type of quality or what type of you can say definition it have. Okay, so syntax is just like a again statement structure or sentence structure. Like that if we have in the programming language statement structure, loop form, conditional statement. Okay, so after that semantic means meaning. It is related to meaning. Now we are able to understand audio means sound, then word structure, then sentence structure. Now what is the meaning of that? Just like if I'm using uh, you look like moon. Here I am you can say qualifying one person, but I'm if I'm talking about hey moon is moon color is white, but here moon word is used differently, and in first sentence moon word is used differently, means both have different meaning. Like that also in the programming languages also we have a logics. If your code is totally correct, means whatever problem is given to you, you have written code, means each and every keyword, each and every you can say conditional statement, loop, each and everything is correct. But whatever problem you are trying to solve, you have not written correct logic, so obviously you will not get correct output. Even after your code is correct, even after your code is correct, if logic is not correct, obviously you will not get the right result. So that is you can say again say semantic or you can say meaning of that particular sentence or code. Okay, and last one is pragmatic. Pragmatics means just like hey, in different scenario, in different situation, how I'm defining the sentences or how I'm going to present my words or sentence or you can say any statement. Like that, yes, in different environment, how my code will behave, how I'm going to write the code, like that will come into the programming language. So in the last I can correlate ki just like in the parts of speech we have a noun. So noun we can correlate with identifier or variable name, and we have a verb in the parts of speech. Verb we can correlate with function. Okay, so like that. So that is the correlation. Our verbal language have a correlation with programming languages. So now let's move for the what are the core component we have in the programming languages. Those are, yes, we have already discussed earlier. Syntax means rules to write the code. Semantic means what are the meaning of these that particular statement or meaning, just like that. Then variable and data types. Variable is just like a collection of variable is nothing but it's container to store the value. And what type of value I'm going to store, that we can study in data types. And after that, if I have a two variable, I want to do some operation or mathematical operation. So for that I will have a operators, just like in normal life we use mathematical operation, arithmetic operators, just like plus, minus, multiplication, division, power, remainder, like that we have in the programming language. And after that, once we have hey, now I have the, I know some of the things where I can store the value, that is variable. Now I have hey, I can apply some operation on the variable, I can get the result, that is fine. But with the help of variable and operator, is it fine? We are done with problem, we are done with solution, miss like that we have a solution for all the problem? No. With the help of only variable and operator, we can't solve all type of problem. Obviously, in some scenario, we have the conditions. We are going to solve. You can say collection. We are going to apply some of the operation on collection of item. So in such scenarios, some of the other rules should be there. Those are called control structure or control statement. In the control statement, we will see conditional statement and loop. Means if you want to apply conditions, just like if and else, we will see. And in the loop, we have a collection of item. In that, we are going to perform multiple operations. At that time, we can use a loop. Or you can say if we want to reuse our code, if we want to do repetitive task, so at that time we can use loop. Later, if we want to use reuse our code, whatever code have been written once, just like suppose to develop the WhatsApp, I don't think only 100 line of the code is sufficient. At least I don't know how, what is the exact line of code have been written for the WhatsApp development, but maybe it will be 5,000 or 10,000 plus code will be there. Line of the code will be there. So what do you think? If you want to do same operations like add operation, so you are going to write the code each and every time for that particular add function, add work. For the addition, you are going to write the code for every time? No. So at that time, when time you have to develop the function, that is the reusable block of code. Okay. And after that, yes, we will study libraries and modules. And yes, in the last, yes, id is runtime environment, is where we can run the our code. So yeah, that's it about what are the core component of the any programming languages. Now we will try to understand ki, hey, why we should learn Python in nowadays. Because earlier, just like if I'm talking about C++, yes, it's not like that ki, hey, only Python is important. It's all about use case. Just like for the, if I want to work in only and only in the field of development, just like front end and back end development, at that time for me Java is best for front end and back end. Just like for the front end, I can use Java is React JS, and for back end Node JS, like that. Okay. For but if someone is asking hey, you have to work on edge devices, or you can say you have to work on mechatronics devices, just like that, at that time obviously it's a recommended you have to use C++. But yes, if you want to work into the field of uh, you can say AI, data science, and nowadays Python have that much support for the backend and front end also. So you can say you have to use Python. So Python is that much versatile nowadays. In every sector, no one sector is there in which Python is not used. It's not like that. Everywhere you will see Python is there. So, and most important thing, future is of AI. And AI, in the AI, every for the machine learning, deep learning, generative AI, agentic, and everywhere, every library have been developed in the Python only. So obviously you have to learn the Python to cope up yourself with future. And this is the main important thing. If someone asking, hey sir, why you have to learn the Python? Because it's all about demand and supply. Currently in the market, AI have a demand, and every work have been is going to be replaced by AI only. So obviously, and AI use which programming languages? Python. So obviously you have to learn that program. And apart from that, other logics are, you can say, it have a small text, just like it have a it is easy to write, read. These are the very small thing, but important thing is it is solving current scenario and future also. So that's why you have to learn the Python. And in the upcoming classes from tomorrow, we are going to see each and everything. We are going to apply, say we are going to define the variable, data type, operator, control statement, each and whatever we have discussed, we are going to develop the code. We are going to solve the problem corresponding for that particular logic, or you can say topic. So that's it for the today. Thank you so much for joining. If you have any doubt, please let me know in the chat box. Either we can sum up for today. Okay, thank you so much.